Hello everybody, Sparkster1701 here, and as we get ready to celebrate the holidays, I wanted to take a look at a toy that we haven't looked at for a while. We're looking at a MicroMaster Battle Station. This is the 1989 Decepticon Fuel Depot Greasepit. Now, Greasepit would be available in 1989, and he would only be available in 1989. He would be discontinued for 1990, and we would not get a replacement for him. Of course, like all the MicroMasters in these these battle station sets, Greasepit is a repaint of an existing MicroMaster. He's a repaint of Mudslinger from the Off-Road Patrol. But of course, he gets repainted and he gets some stickers on him there on the side of the door. And he gets, as his fuel depot, a gas station. And of course, a nice little ramp to connect to any of the other MicroMaster playsets. So you could build a whole city around these things. And if nothing else, the Decepticons could at least get gas. Alright, we'll set the gas station aside and we'll take a look at Greasepit here. For articulation, Greasepit does have the joint at the shoulder that does allow you to rotate his arms all the way around. Does have a joint at the hip so he can bend it at the hip like so, and there is one at the knees so he can bend at the knees like so. Now, unlike the blue and orange that Mudslinger is molded in, Greasepit here is in a dark gray and yellow. Not really sure if I think that's an improvement or not, but oh well, what can you say? At any rate, let's transform Greasepit. To do so, we start by folding the head in, like so. Then we're going to take his legs, we'll fold them up at the knee, like so. Then we'll fold the arms down, so that they're at least off the ground. And there is his alternate mode, a four-wheel drive off-road pickup truck of indeterminate origin, if my memory is correct. At any rate, he does roll around. The front wheels are solid wheels. The back ones are only half wheels, so they don't interfere with transforming. So only the outer side of the wheels rotate. So it does limit how well he rolls, but let's see how he does here on this table. Actually, not too bad. Not really bad at all. So that's pretty impressive. Of course, let's bring over his gas station here and see how well he rolls on the ramp. That's not bad. Of course, gas pumps, even though he's a big wheel pickup truck, he actually does come up quite nicely to the gas pumps. So maybe this wasn't a bad choice for him. Alright, now let's transform the gas station into the battle station. Of course, to do so, we've got to remove the ramp. And of all the accessories that are on the set, the only thing we need to take off is the sign for the gas station. Now we'll turn the building around and lay it like so. The side here with the gas pumps just pops out, flips down to the side, snap it into place like so. The storefront here, the whole store and the roof, just pull it out and lay it down flat. And of course, you got 3 cannons that you can bring up simultaneously. Right here, with the garage, just pop the whole garage bay up, fold it up like so, and snap it into place. Of course, up top here, you also got some spotlights you can bring out. Of course, right here next to the spotlights, there's a little small post there. That's where you will attach the sign from the gas station. So it's another sonic weapon up here. Of course, down here in this large bay area, we have a nice missile platform that we can mount. And then right over here, in the original section, right above the gas pumps, there's a nice hole there for us to mount this quad gun. Then we got a big empty hole here in the middle. We'll just use that as his command center, and there we go. This is his battle station mode. Which the instructions label as an assault tower. And it certainly looks ready to bear. We got searchlights up here, some sort of sonic weapon over here. One large missile. We got either cannons or missiles down here. And we got a quad cannon turret over here, which does fully rotate. So you got yourself an impressive array of weaponry, all in a small little playset. This is nice. This is a pretty nice little battle tower. Gotta give it that. Now, of all the MicroMaster battle stations, as you can see here, Greasepit comes with the most accessories. Start off here, this is the sign above the garage. You shouldn't normally find it missing since it's never taken off for any reason, but you never know. Just has the sticker on the one side, on the back side it's blank. As you can see, it's also made of very thin plastic, so it will break very easily. Another accessory that doesn't really get removed is, of course, the fuel pumps. Now, these are the only ones that I really wish they would have given a sticker for. I don't like how plain they look, you know. A nice little sticker on there would have been nice. Would have went miles for them. Because unfortunately on the back side they're blank, they're hollow. So that's the side you don't want showing, but it's kind of something that would show the fuel prices or even the Decepticon symbol would have been nice to put on this. Then of course you got the large sign. Just has the sticker on the one side, it says gas station. On the back side of it, it's got those vertical lines. This whole thing is made out of very thin plastic, so it does bend kind of easily over time and such. So do be careful handling it. And of course, you got yellow ramp. The same kind of ramp that comes with all the MicroMaster toys. Like this and any of the bigger play sets. And of course there's nothing on the back side. We got of course the quad cannon here. Which strangely enough the instructions do not list. They don't list it as a loose accessory, but they claim it's a 4-phase laser. I like quad cannon better. Sounds more Star Wars-like. Although I shouldn't use it too much or Disney might start suing me. Of course, this is in 2 pieces, so you'll want to be careful of that. You got the red piece that houses it, and of course, this gray piece that has the guns. And we got here the missile launcher. Long yellow platform with a notch running up and down the center of it. Of course, on the bottom, it's all grilled out. That's about it. In it, too, has a red post. It allows it to swivel and such. This one does come off as well, just not as easily. So again, it's another 2-piece unit, so do be careful when buying them secondhand. And of course, lastly, we have one yellow missile. It's got 3 grooves on it's got 3 slots, or mini fins, if you want to call them that, there on the back, and just has the one long groove running down the middle of it. That's how it mounts on the launcher itself. Looks more like a bloated cannon than a missile. But, oh well, that's just one man's opinion. Now, moving right along, let's take a look at his instructions. First page shows him off in the gas station mode. I think it would have been nice if they would have tried to hide the obvious opening down there a little bit, but what can you do? And then we got the assault tower mode right here. That looks nice. A listing of some of the pieces. It doesn't list all of them. Just like it just shows the gas station, but it doesn't show the pumps are removable. Of course, Greasepit himself. Got the sign, the missile, and the ramp, and the stickers. How to complete it as the gas station, and how to transform Greasepit. And then you turn it around and you start opening it up and revealing where all the weapons are hiding. But since they can be very easily removed, they should have listed them as such. Then down here you got all these stickers to put on the thing. Then we get to the last page where it's just save your robot points and save your tech specs. Now these guys were packaged in very little boxes, so you've got a very small tech spec. It's done slightly in purple to show he's a Decepticon, even lists him as such. It gives his name as Greasepit and lists his function as Fuel Depot, which means he probably was a favorite stop for Tantrum and Octane, being the fuel transports. And his motto is, an engine is only as powerful as the fuel that runs it. A small-minded swindler siphons gas from the cars of humans to supply his Decepticon comrades. In battle mode, his station is armed with ionic cannons, rail-launched incendiary missile, and circuit-scrambling jammers. Tower-mounted sonic disruptor emits pressurized sound waves that can crush any target. So as you can see from all that, he's got quite an arsenal at his disposal. Moving along here, we'll take a look at his stats. Gives his strength as 4, his intelligence is 7, his speed is 3, his endurance is 6, his rank and courage are both 7, his firepower is 8, and his skill is 9. So overall, he's rather weak and slow, but he makes up for it with everything else. Now we get down to my thoughts. What do I think of Greasepit? Greasepit was one of them I did get as a child, and I do remember loving this toy. I got him during a vacation trip, along with a bunch of other toys. So I also got to learn the experience of being in debt with my parents. I didn't see an allowance for most of the rest of the summer. So, good lesson to teach upon your kids, how to deal with debt. But at any rate, I did have a lot of fun with this toy due to the fact that it offered so much in a small package. You just really couldn't argue with what all you had in there with it. You had so many different guns and weapons to use, and there was enough room on there for at least 2 Micromasters, a third if you took the missile launcher out. So you had plenty of playtime with this toy. Of course, growing up and reading more about the character makes it more understandable with the More Than Meets the Eye guidebooks. As the tech spec only described him as a small-minded swindler, the More Than Meets the Eye guides go a step further and show that he's also kind of whiny. He goes out of his way to boast and brag to the other Decepticons about how it's such a chore and all this about getting them their gasoline, and they should be thankful and grateful to him and sing praises to him. So it sounds more like he's kind of needy. Didn't get enough hugs as a child or something. But of course, this also could stem from the fact that since his gas station does have the capacity to turn ordinary gasoline into high-grade energon that Transformers need, he's pretty much sitting on on probably the biggest explosive device known to man. Because if there's any weapon that penetrates the defenses of this thing, it will explode. Very big, very bright, and if Greasepit's standing in the middle of it, he will not likely survive it. So some of his neediness could probably come from the fact that he knows he's sitting on a time bomb. But at any rate, I'm going to put this figure in the top tier, because I do love all that it came with, and you got a fairly good sized amount of space to play with your Micromaster Transformers out of this. I mean, the gas station mode, yeah, that's kind of essential for your little Transformer guys. And at that point, the Decepticons were getting a fair amount of cars out of it, so they would need a gas station to refuel them. And then when you look at the Battle Tower mode and you have room for 2 to 3 other guys in it, that definitely opens up the play value. You've got room for other guys to stand around, and this thing does hold all the loose accessories very well in the gas station mode. You can store all the weapons and even the gas station sign inside the thing, keep the ramp attached, and you're good to go. The only downside is there's no real spot to store him in there as well, so at any rate, we're going to definitely go top tier on this one, folks. If you got to get a Micromaster battle station, this is the one. And that concludes my review of the 1989 Decepticon Fuel Depot Greasepit. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up here on YouTube. And don't forget as well to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already joined our ranks. And make sure to ring the bell so you'll be notified of all future videos. Please also consider sharing your thoughts about Greasepit in the comments down below. This is Sparkster1701, also reminding all of you viewers out there, the holidays are upon us, so Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, and everything else that we celebrate. And happy Hanukkah, too, for many of my Jewish viewers. So please enjoy your holiday with those that you love, and I'll catch you all later.